ISTE Standard 4C, evaluate results of professional learning programs to determine the effectiveness on deepening teacher content knowledge, improving teacher pedagogical skills, and or increasing student learning. For this standard, I'm going to focus first on some feedback that I received from Ms. White, our science teacher who is new to teaching. She's on emergency license. She recently graduated with her bachelor's degree and joined our school staff at the beginning of the year. And I had the opportunity as part of the practicum to mentor her one-to-one on learning some basic teaching things like how to use rubrics and also how to navigate through technology in the classroom. And the feedback she gave that she felt that it has been helpful and effective for her. She is gaining confidence in the classroom and using technology. Early on, I was frequently being asked to help her with different technology things, basic things like how to use the smartboard, how to get grades to show up properly in Chalkable, little small things that you need to get working at the beginning of the year. And so far she's progressed. She's getting a little more confident in her abilities. She's very excited to tell me that she had a new project that she was working on, and she'd already found a rubric, but she just needed help now making sure she was entering it in onto the spreadsheets that we're using for grading effectively. So she was appreciative of the help and has some very nice things about my being willing to help her, and that I saved her a lot of time, which is good because teachers feel like their time is very valuable. And so I really enjoyed this aspect of mentoring Ms. White. Now, some of the resources I made available to the teachers during my practicum in our Google Classroom were some of the videos I created. This was one on how to use the Kami PDF annotator, and I will link that further down in the after this video, so you can see how I explained how to use the different aspects and to install the Kami editor. This is a great tool that can improve the use of technology in the classroom as students are able to take notes, write on a PDF file, and save it, and then keep it for later so that we're not using a lot of paper. This is just a way to keep the students a little more organized. Another tool I created for my teachers as part of this was a short tutorial on how to use Flippity flashcards. Flippity.net is an add-on for Google Sheets that allows teachers to create a variety of tools from flashcards to timelines, crossword puzzles, a lot of interactive elements for students. So this was another way that one of the other things that I had done for the teachers that they were evaluating on as part of my practicum experience. Now, as part of this, we're asked to evaluate how we did on this and to get feedback from those we worked with. And at some point, you have to have a sense of humor. I worked with several teachers. They attended professional development that I did. I've given them a lot of resources, and I asked the teachers who I helped to please give me feedback, and I gave them a lot of time to get the feedback back to me. And as you can see, I only had 2 teachers respond, and I'll be honest, one of them I nagged to respond, and that was my husband, who was very reluctant because he doesn't like technology and didn't like the fact that I was pretty much saying you have to come sit in on this because I need at least one person I know who's going to give me feedback. So I didn't get a lot of feedback, as you can see from the teachers that I worked with. I can say I got about 10% response because we have about 20 teachers at our school. I'm not sure whether that's a high number or low number, but the teachers were not very enthusiastic about one more form to fill out, even though I sent them emails to nicely, please fill out the form. The 2 teachers who did fill out the form said that generally I was effective, I was clear in my presentation, knowledgeable about my content, and even after the session, I was available to help the teachers with any questions that they had. They felt it was organized and well planned, and it was practical, which I think is something that's important for teachers, that you want whatever you're learning to be practical and of good use in your classroom. They didn't really give any feedback about what was most useful or valuable. When teachers wanted more one-on-one instruction, which is great, I'm available for that. And, we have talked more on that. Some teachers felt they wanted to use Chrome extensions more, some less, 50-50. So I attempted to get feedback beyond the one teacher that I was mentoring. The attempt was made. Unfortunately, I am dealing with people who make their own choices, and they chose not to give me more feedback. And something I believe this teacher on this final aspect of this was, I think they were asking that how they could have the program automatically grade things, and it was just a setup and how to have Google Forms assess to set it up as a quiz. So hopefully in the future I can get more feedback from the teachers, but at this point I've gotten responses from 2 and a very nice letter from a 3rd teacher.